Hey guys, so I'm going to have Samantha taping for me tonight. It's easier for me that way than trying to get my phone set up. So my name is Christy. I am an independent Norwex consultant, and I'm going to be going over some of our products with you. First thing I want to go over while we wait for some people to get on here is the body cloth. So this is actually the smaller size of the body cloth. Love these things. It's actually called the Face and Body Cloth. This is what I use to take off my makeup with just water. Just get it wet, wring it out really good, and it removes all of my makeup. You can use this in the shower and you don't have to use soap with it. And I know it sounds a little crazy. If you want more information on that, let me know and I will get you a lot of details. But basically the microfiber traps all of the bacteria off of your body, traps it in here, and if you don't have bacteria, there's no smell. I know a lot of people are like, ugh, no soap, that's gross. But it really is pretty cool science. And another nice thing about this is, since it is exfoliating, you don't have to use shaving cream or anything. It really helps that hair stand up and you get a smoother, closer shave with just water. So this is definitely one of my little hidden gem favorite things here, and that's the Face and Body Cloth. And like I said, this is the smaller version of it. So hopefully there's some people on here now, and like I said, my name is Christy. I have been a Norwex consultant for a little over a year now. I decided to become a consultant in the beginning, basically just to save myself because I wanted so many of the products. And then as I started to learn a little more, I wanted to help other people and share it. So I really love doing this. I work in a dental office, and I've worked in I guess it'll be 21 years next month that I've been at my office. And something that kind of surprised me, I don't know if you guys watched the video that I posted about the difference in mechanical cleaning and chemical cleaning. So you would have thought I do chemical cleaning all day long at the office. I know what a dwell time is. So to kill something chemically, you have to spray the chemical onto the surface and then let it set for whatever that amount of time is. To remove things mechanically, it's mechanical. You're actually picking it up off of the surface and getting rid of it. So that's what Norwex does. That's how we can clean with only water. You're not killing the things on the surface, you're actually picking them up and removing them from the surface. So once I started researching a little more about it, I found out that there are, I think, like 80,000 chemicals in use today, and 200 of those have been tested for human use. And I don't know, I guess I kind of thought, oh, you go to Target, it's on the shelf, it's safe, you buy it, you use it. And now that I'm learning the effects that some of these chemicals have on our systems, it's actually a little bit scary. So that's just kind of another thing that I like. It takes 26 seconds for chemicals to enter your bloodstream. And like babies are born with, I forget the amount, it's a lot of chemicals in their bloodstream when they're born, just from the mom, just from the umbilical cord. So that's a little scary. So this is some of the cleaners that I used to use. And I kind of saved this to show you guys. I don't use any of these anymore. It took me a while to kind of get comfortable and go on board with it, but I'm gonna show you guys how I have switched to cleaning with just water. And it's, like I said, it sounds crazy. And if you have any questions after this, I'm not gonna answer questions right now just to kind of save time for everybody, but just post your questions and I will come back and I will answer them. If you want to message me directly, I will answer any questions that you have because I'm going to go over a lot of information with you guys tonight. So back to the chemical versus mechanical. I think that if we used these products correctly, I'm trying to find something here. If we used them correctly, they work, but I don't think that anybody is using any of these correctly. I'm trying to, just like Sam, just stay there just for a second. I'm gonna have to run up and grab some wipes in just a second, but I wanted to read this to you guys. That light is right in my eyes. So for this one to work, okay, so this one here, I'm not supposed to show you the name. You have to spray it on the surface and let the surface remain wet for 10 minutes and then wipe the surface. And then you're supposed to clean it with potable water and not to use it on food surfaces. And that's the same thing with those wipes that we use. I think we all know what the wipes are. I was a big advocate, loved those things until I realized that unless you're leaving the surface wet for anywhere from 4 to 10 minutes, it's just pushing stuff around. It's not picking it up and it's not killing it. Once I learned that, I was a little grossed out, like the toilet. Nobody's gonna clean the toilet for 10 minutes. No, nobody does that. So if you do, props to you and your stuff is probably working. Another thing that I had found is at work, one of my coworkers is a huge Lysol fan. I have asthma, and so anytime she would use Lysol or any of these, like the air freshener, things like that, I could feel it like seizing me up. I mean, it didn't put me into a full-blown asthma attack, but it definitely made me cough, made me seize up, and I haven't had any of that since I've quit using all of this stuff. So I'm gonna get into it. Actually, I'm gonna have her pause for 1 second and I'm gonna come right back. I need to go grab my wipes. I did forget those ones. Okay guys, sorry about that. So these are those magical wipes that we all probably use so much. Well, I don't use them anymore. So all of this stuff I have replaced with, most of this I've replaced with just this. So this is called the EnviroCloth. You can kind of remember E for everything. This is our microfiber. To be classified as microfiber, it has to be 1/6 the size of a human hair. So Norwex's microfiber is actually 1/200th the size of a human hair. So I kind of think of it like, do you want 6 fingers helping you clean or do you want 200? So since there's so many more fibers in this cloth, it's able to grab and trap so much more. So like I said, this is your E for everything cloth. And it's just that. I'm gonna show you guys a few things. I clean my counters, I clean my stainless, my mirrors, my toilets, lawn furniture, shoes, carpets, like literally almost everything in my house I can clean with this cloth. So we're gonna do a quick little demo here. This is Glowderm. So this is synthetic germs. They use this like in nursing school to teach people how to wash their hands and things like that. So I'm gonna put a little bit of this on here. And then I'm gonna take a couple of these wipes. You're actually supposed to wear gloves. You're not even supposed to be using these, but for time's sake, I'm just gonna wash my hands. So I'm gonna take some of these wipes, and these get expensive. I know at first thought, people sometimes are like, oh, is that, our cloths are not inexpensive, but in the long run, I promise you I have saved so much money. I mean, I don't know how many of these containers you go through, but the cloths are warranted for 2 years, and I've had mine for much more than 2 years. So I'm gonna take these wipes here, and I'm just going to wipe my surface like I would, like if I was doing my counter. Okay, so I've wiped that off. And then I'm gonna click this light off, and hopefully can you turn that light off on there? Okay, so I don't know if you can see. So basically the surface looked clean. Let me turn this off real quick. So it looks like it's clean. And that's what's actually on there. So now I'm going to take, I have my EnviroCloth folded flat. I'm going to take that and just show you. I don't know if you guys can see that. So it's actually picking it up off the surface. So if I went through, I'm not gonna make you guys sit here and watch me, but if I went through and wiped the whole thing down, it would pick it up off of the surface and it traps it right here in the cloth. Now, the nice thing and the amazing thing about the Norwex products is it has backlock in there. So what backlock is it's silver technology. Once the bacteria is in this cloth, the backlock surrounds the bacteria and it destroys it. It suffocates it, it can't grow, it dies. So when I'm finished with this, I just take it over to my sink. You rinse it off really well. It's called a par wash. So it's press, agitate, and rinse. And then I will hang it up to dry, and as it dries, that silver backlock in there kills the bacteria and it's ready to use. So I have removed the bacteria from the surface and now the cloth will kill it. So I'm just gonna do a couple little quick things here to show you. So this is the EnviroCloth, and then this is the window cloth. I know a lot of you have heard about this. This is kind of like the magical cloth that got me obsessed with Norwex in the beginning. So EnviroCloth you'll use on everything. The window cloth you'll use on anything basically that is shiny that you want to polish. So here is my fridge. I don't know if you can see all the smudges all over it, but I also wrote on it with some butter for you guys. So again, my cloth is folded flat. I just clean the surface, and then I will take my window cloth and dry it. And I don't know if you guys can see that, streak free, perfect every time. So same thing over here on my stove. So I have the glass top stove. I'm just going to wipe it down, and you can see, I grab that up And the nice thing about this is you flip it as you're using it, so you actually have 8 sides. So I'm going to do this here. Now I have this little spot here that's crusted on. One of the other things, everything I'm going over with you guys tonight, you'll get in the Safe Haven 5 package, which is amazing because that gives you everything you need to clean about 90% of your house. So this is the cleaning paste. I've been using this one for about 9 months, so you can see how, hopefully you can see how much I've used out of it. So if you need something, you have like, you need a little bit of extra elbow grease, this is like a powder, and when you get your cloth wet and you rub it around on there, that turns into a paste. And then you just rub it off. So I won't make you watch me do the whole stove, but you can kind of get the idea. So I don't know if you can see all that coming off. So again, I won't make you watch me do the whole stove, but so I will just wipe it down with that. And then again, I will dry it with my window cloth, and it's beautiful. So I like this because I had tried tons of different cleaners on my stove, and this is nice. So again, like when I do my kitchen, I can do my counters, my stainless, my microwave, everything I'll do with these 2 cloths. So I really like that. And I wanted to show you guys one more little demo here. So we're gonna take this mirror here, and I don't know, can you see it's kind of dirty? Just give you one more idea. And you've seen how much I've been using these cloths already. But again, you have your different cleaning surfaces. And every time, streak free clean. So I love that. That is so amazing for me for like my mirrors. My house has 50 something windows. Not that I clean them all the time, but when I do, this makes it so much easier. So this is a protein stick. I get this from a company called Hygienia, and they use these like in kitchens and that in restaurants to test for cleanliness. So I'm going to take this chicken here and rub it on my mirror. Ew, chicken good. I'm gonna rub that on my mirror, and I'll take my cloth, take my Enviro cloth, and I'm just going to wipe that up. Oh, let me flip this over. So I'm just going to wipe my mirror. Okay, so now I'm gonna take this. I'm just gonna swab the mirror. Swab it real good. All right, so when I put this in here, I will break this liquid. Any of the purples are a fail, that's really bad. The gray is danger, and the green is clean. So we're going to break this in here. Green, love that. It just amazes me. So that was raw chicken on my mirror, cleaned it up with the Enviro cloth, and now all that chicken is trapped in here. And again, I will take it to my sink, rinse it, hang it to dry, and it'll be ready to use again. And just so you guys know, that wasn't like a, let's put it in the chicken juice. And you can see it's already turning purple on here. So, I mean, instantly, I didn't want you guys to think it's like some kind of trick. So pretty amazing. So when I started doing some of these things on my own, because before, like I said, when I first became a consultant, I just did it for myself. I really liked the products. And then the more I learned about them, I was like, oh, I really want to share this, but I wanted to make sure that what I was sharing was accurate and that it was something I really believed in. So anything I'm telling you guys, I use myself. And again, any questions you have, if you want to just drill me, just send me your questions. I'm happy to answer them. So far we have talked about the Enviro cloth, the window cloth, and the cleaning paste. Those are the three of the things you'll get in the Safe Haven 5. And then another thing that you get in there is this dust mitt. So the dust mitt is super nice. I actually use 2 of them at a time because I have a lot of wood in my house. You rub it together, build up static electricity, and a little tip, if you're gonna be dusting electronics, you need to turn them off and let them sit off for about 10 minutes because otherwise the static that they build attracts the dust to the electronic. So you just wanna rub this together, build up some static, and then you just rub clean. Amazing. I was using well, I started using this furniture polish, and then I found out that's really bad for real wood. So then I was using an oil, which is better. But what happens, I don't know if you guys experience this, when I would dust, you know, it would kind of go up in the air. Well, then that oil actually attracts it. It comes back down, and it's like I didn't dust the next day. This dusting mitt actually traps the dust into the mitt instead of just throwing it around, so I don't have to dust near as often. I also like this for, I go to the beach, and it's great to get sand off of your body. Amazing, you get it wet and clean your window screens, and it's like an eraser. Whoosh, it just takes it right off. So there's a lot of uses for this. I even put ice packs in it for Roman, for, you know, a little boo-boo. So that's another thing that you'll get in the Safe Haven 5. And then the last thing you will get is detergent to care for your cloths. So you can choose either the powder, you'll get a bag bigger than this, but you can choose either the powder or the liquid. Our detergent is phosphate-free, filler-free, dye-free. Anytime you're washing your cloths, you want to make sure there's no bleach, no fabric softener, and then you want to use a detergent that is dye and filler-free. I have a high efficiency washer, and I use a teaspoon of the detergent to do my laundry. So it's super economical. Oh, sorry, just a second. Hey, not right now. You're gonna have to wait just a minute. Sorry. Thank you. So it's super economical, and if you think about what I said earlier, so it takes 26 seconds for chemicals to enter your bloodstream. Well, your skin is the biggest organ in your body. So your clothes, whatever you're washing your clothes with, that's touching your body all day, and your body is ingesting that. Not to mention the fact that I found out the detergents and fabric softener actually coats your clothes and things stick to them more. And this keeps the fibers cleaner, and your clothes last longer. So that's pretty nice. So those are the 5 things that you will get in the Safe Haven 5 package. If you are still watching, I want you to say I'm in, and I'm going to do a drawing for everybody that was in, that gets their order in tonight, for a netted dishcloth. This is probably my favorite overlooked item in the catalog. They're gray now. This one's probably 2 years old, but this is great to wash dishes with. But I use it on the front of the car to get the bugs off of the car. And I didn't mention that. With the cleaning paste, you can use that on your headlights. Like if your headlights get that dull, you can use that on your headlights. But this is amazing to get the bugs off of the car, to clean up eggs. Anytime, like if you're baking and you get like the dough on the counter or peanut butter, it's nice because it picks it all up, but then it doesn't get trapped in there. You just rinse it off, hang it up to dry, and it never stinks. It doesn't stink, so that's amazing. And I did not mention that. That's another really nice thing about the anything with the backlock in it, since it's trapping and killing that bacteria. If you don't have bacteria growing, you're not going to have the smell, so you don't get those nasty stinky cloths, which is really nice. Something I had to learn, and it took me a while because we've just kind of been programmed like, oh, my house smells so clean. It took me a while to realize that the clean doesn't have a smell. If something's truly just clean, there's no smell at all. And I was a big bleach user before, so that did honestly take me a while to get used to. But I'm definitely happier this way. It's so much faster for me to clean this way. So that's, like I said, that's the Safe Haven 5 package. That's kind of where I would recommend starting if you're new. If you have some of the basics and you're just wanting some other ideas, again, let me know. I'm happy to help. And then the other thing I wanted to go over is the mop. This is not in the Safe Haven 5 package, but this is probably like the most coveted item in the catalog. And like the goofy thing we say with Norwex is you have moptions. So there's 3 ways you can get the mop. You can buy it, which it's worth every penny. You can host a workshop like your host is. We can do it all online, which is super, super easy. Or you can sign up as a consultant like I am, and you can get your mop for free. So there's several ways. But what I love about this is it's simple. And again, it's easy. So this is the dry mop pad. So this is what you would like dust your floors with, and you just go in a figure 8 like this. So that's what you would dust and sweep with. You can adjust the size of the handle or the height. So if you're shorter, you want to have the kiddos do it, or if you're tall, you want it to be about chin to nose level. So that's nice. Let me tighten this back up here. So again, look at what I picked up off my floor just that quick. So I'll go over and vacuum my floor sometime. I have a nice vacuum, like when I do my rugs, and then I go back with this, and every time this picks it up. And I also like to put it further to the edge like this. That way when I'm hitting, I can get my baseboards too. So you will get, with the mop system, you get the dry mop pad. Then to actually mop your floors, you also get the wet mop pad. So to use that, it's basically like the EnviroCloth. You'll just get it wet, or you can spritz the floor. And again, it's not, you don't have to have it soaking wet because the water, I mean, the water's taking off the stains and that obviously, but what you're doing is picking the bacteria up. So it doesn't have to be like soaking wet if you know, if you were using, I've used vinegar, I've used so many of these different things because, will you show them the floors out there real quick? So we have basically, that's good. We basically have hardwood floors throughout, and they're old, they're over 100 years old. So I didn't like to use all the chemicals on my floors. Love this because I can go from the laminate to the hardwood to the tile without having to change different types of cleaners. It dries quick and it dries streak free. So again, to mop, it's probably not my floor earlier. You just do a figure 8 motion like this, and that's it. Then it dries pretty quick. It dries usually within like, it's under a minute, so you don't have all those streaks. So again, with the system, you will get the dry pad and the wet pad. And then they have a few other ones that you can get. Two of my favorites. If you have, I have tile in my bathroom that has, it's really coarse edges and it's a thick tile, so I have deep grout lines. This is really nice. This is the tile pad. And then if you have pets, this is amazing. So this is the chenille pad. And this traps hair like nobody's business. So those are just a few other ones that you can add on. And then, oh, again, I said the mop's really amazing. And I say it over and over. If you have questions, just let me know. So I think that's pretty much all I have for you guys. Like I said, just say I'm in. If you've watched the video to the end, I'm going to be putting some posts on for you guys. There'll be the ordering link post. Your hostess will need a booking, somebody to have a workshop of their own to unlock the big rewards, which is nice because she wins, you win. So when she gets her first booking, she will get the purple EnviroCloth that I used tonight. When she gets her second booking, she'll get the window cloth and the dust mitt, this special edition color, and then the same would go for you. So that's pretty nice. But like I said, I think that's all that I have. So just feel free to ask me questions. I'm also going to post a link for my VIP group. You guys can join that, and that's just a group where I share tips. I share promotions and that, but I really just try to kind of share information about the products and tips and hacks and things like that. So I hope everybody has a good evening. Thank you.